friends, this is Hannah, and I have a new process video for you today. I did this one on Friday. I was able to have some time to do some scrappy stuff in my room. My husband let me have some time, and the kids played, and we were pretty much relaxing from our crazy week, so I thought I would do something a little different with this layout. I normally just do one picture, and where I don't mind doing, I don't have a problem with just one picture on my layouts, but sometimes it's nice to switch things up and do something just a little different. And so I have 4, and I have 3 pictures that are relatively small. I just went on my computer and I just put them in, let's see, like Paint Shop or something, and I just down the size, and then I print all my pictures at home. So I put the size down, and then I put that I wanted it on a 4x6 because I could put it on a large C or a 4x6, and then I printed it that way. So you just see me cutting it off the 4x6s. So here I am using for the background the Crepe Paper Pure Collection merry-go-round paper, and I really at first could not decide which one I wanted to use. At first I was thinking, oh, I'll just use this brown, it'll be kind of like the ground, and now that I see everything laid out, I kind of wish I did use that side. It looks really nice. But I go with the other side, which is kind of like a fair carnival-y type of map with like blue and like a faux wood, like plank wood in it. So I use that. I really liked the blue, and I really thought that showed off a lot of the green that is in the pictures, because there is a ton of green. And it was a cloudy day when we were at the maze. So this is from the picture that I scrapped the other day of the fields. This is from the same day, but this is before. We had all went to the Dole Plantation, and sometimes we do that. Just, it's not that expensive to go there, depending what you do. So if you just do like one thing there, like if you just do the maze, or you just do the train, or you just do there's a botanical garden there, and you can walk around and look, it's not too bad for prices. I mean, it's hard certain things in Hawaii doing because it costs a lot of money. I mean, being military, sometimes you get discounts, or sometimes we can get tickets through different companies that offer us tickets and stuff, but that doesn't happen very often, especially not here in Hawaii. When we were in Texas, we would get like free tickets to like ball games and stuff. So, but certain places have better pricing than others. So this is a nice place to take the kids, and we can walk around. And Lonnie really wasn't supposed to be around a ton of people because her counts had been low. So we were just trying to do something outside to get out of the house, but hopefully avoid a lot of crowds. And it wasn't too busy because it was pretty rainy, which is not uncommon for that area. The Dole Plantation is in the middle of the island, and there's a reason why they put it there, because it gets a lot of clouds. So here I'm just inking everything, and I really wanted to, because I knew I was putting my main picture towards the top, or like towards the middle, I wanted something to anchor. So I use this, whoop, there's my gun, I edited that out. I like how that happens when I'm taping, because I don't tape every layout I do. I tape most of them now because I've got a good system going with my storage. At first, I didn't realize how much storage you needed to keep all the clips and everything. So here I'm just playing around while I wait for that backdrop, because I used my mist my Lindy Stamp Gang, and I just use orange and I put it on the bag. I know I seen Ari do it and a whole bunch of other people do it now. And it kind of gives a little bit more of that faux watercolor without actually getting the watercolors. But I had a spot that was a little bit wetter, so I'm just making sure that I get it all nice and dry before I glue everything down. And here is a piece of paper from Chamel. That's American Crafts, I believe. And it's just a craft type of chevron-y color. And then I use that blue from Chamel, and that's like a arrow chevron type of paper with really thin lines, so that's really pretty. It's one of my favorites. So I'm just using those to back that main picture because I just want a couple of different layers just to give it a little bit of interest, even though, I mean, there's a lot going on. I use the tickets that we had and the maps. They give you a little map to go through the maze and to figure out. They also have on the back of it different things that you can find in the maze. But I really wanted to use those pieces of natural ephemera because otherwise, you know, we just throw them out. So I thought they would be kind of fun on my page. I mean, maybe not right now, but when we move from Hawaii and we don't live here anymore, and it'll just be fun to remember, be like, oh yeah. And let me tell you, my girls were so excited to get their own map. My oldest is gonna be 6 soon, and my middle is 4, and they're just at that age where they're like into maps, and you know, they love to look at all that kind of stuff, and they got their own pencil, so they were super excited. And I just used my roller date stamp to do the date on it. I did it twice, but I cover one of them up. So here I'm just figuring out where I want to place things. I'm talking to my daughter. You can't see her hands yet. Like, I know. It's like, what am I doing with my hands? I must be talking. You don't realize how much you use your hands when you tape yourself and then someone comes in the room and they try to talk to you. And I am trying to keep things somewhat balanced on the side of this picture. I mean, I know I put my picture a little not straight, and I did that just because it makes it a little bit more exciting. And I use this 4x6 card, 3x4 cards from Chanel that says Adventure, but I cut it down because I wanted it to fit underneath that map. I wanted to add a little bit of something else. And I really like that pop of pink. That yellow paper down at the bottom is from the Studio Calico Wonderlust collection, and that's We Are Here, and it reminded me of pineapple when I seen it. So I actually really had no intentions of using that side until I was doing this layout. And I find that very interesting, how there's a lot of times you can see a piece of paper and not think you're going to use it, and then you get a certain picture or a certain thing that you're scrapping, and it just something that you wouldn't have thought of. So sometimes when you're going through papers, look and try to look at it differently. You know, what does this remind me of? Does this go with a different picture that I have all the way in my picture box, you know, that I wouldn't have thought of using? Because sometimes a paper that you don't really like actually looks a lot better. So, like I said, I would have never just picked that. It's just a little bit too different, I guess, from a lot of what I've been doing. So I take this Dear Lizzie paper, and I just take a little teeny tiny strip because I just want a little bit. And I use the Chamel 3x4 card, and I just use the back. No, that one, the one on the side says Be Happy. And I really like the green lines. Once again, I'm kind of trying to tie those colors in of the greens from the sides of the walls. Of course, I can tell that it's the summertime here, and it hasn't been raining that much this summer. So a lot of the walls were limited in the amount of leaves. I mean, if you look really close up, you can see there's not that it looks kind of sad, all the hibiscus flowers, because they use hibiscus to line the maze up. And then in certain parts they have, which one of my pictures has a banana tree, and they had like banana trees with bananas on it, and my kids were really excited about that too, because they love bananas. Like, if we could have a banana tree in our yard, they would be super happy. So here's a strip from a branding strip from one of the Chamel papers. I don't even know if it's that 4x6 cards that I cut up, because I use part of that 4x6, the polka dots, the green polka dots. So I just use a few different types of papers just to do some small layering. And here I take some Chamel stickers, and one says wander and one says find a way, and they just really just kind of, the words went along with what we were doing. We were just searching, looking for a way to get out. We would let each of the kids pick which way they wanted to go in the thing. By the end, my youngest, who's almost 3, was definitely ready to get out. He's like, hungry, hungry, which is not unlike him anyway. I don't want to know what he's going to be like when he's a teenager. He eats all the time. Here is a metal embellishment from, yes, I know where they're from too, because I wrote them down. From Basic Gray Spice Market. And I just really like the yellow pop. I thought that would be really cute. And so I use this wood veneer from our Scraptastic kit this month, since I got the wood veneer kit. So I have a whole bunch of those, and I just really like the speech bubble. It just kind of was really fun, and it took me a little while to figure out which way I wanted it to go, since there's a picture of my 2 daughters looking at their maps. But it just was really cute. So I really wanted to put just a couple of things in there. And so I also looked through my chipboard from Basic Gray. And this is also from the Spice Market. And I just found ones that kind of went along with that yellow paper, even though that is not the same, brand or anything. But that's the fun thing, that is, if you really look through when you're shopping, and this is what I do when I'm shopping, I will look for things that I think match together. So in theory, when I try to go shopping, I try to shop and make my own kit when I shop. I mean, it doesn't always happen, but I do try to do that. I try to buy things that I think are going to go together. I mean, maybe not everything will go together, but a lot of the Spice Market stuff goes with some of the different elements. So I really was happy with the way that went. And I also use this flare from Scraptastic, and it says this way. I thought that was cute, and I really thought that there needed to be something, because there's that open space underneath that map admission ticket, or maze admission ticket, and I wasn't sure what to put there. I still feel like there needs to be something there, but it's not as bad. I use these arrows that I had stamped out, and those are from Hero Art stamps that go with the Basic Gray Grand Bazaar, which is very similar to the Spice Market. It's very geometric. So, and I had stamped those out in an ink that is pink and yellow, and they're shimmery. They're all in the same pad together. I think they're called like Brilliance or something. So they're all shimmery. And that top one says, "This is the good stuff," and it has an arrow. So I use that, and that's on vellum. I stamped that on vellum. So what I had done one day is I just stamped out a whole bunch of the stamps that I had just got. I stamped them out, and then I fussy cut them, and I put them in a little dish. And so now when I'm doing layouts, I can just go look through. So these thickers are from American Crafts. Those are Daiquiri, and I really love the sparkle. They're nice and gold, chunky spark glitter, and that gold just really reminds me of pineapple. So, and then I also use some Dear Lizzie yo-yo ones, and of course you have to use some kind of glue because the adhesive on those, especially, a lot of the chipboard ones, but especially those don't stick at all. Like they will fall off like almost immediately. Like some of them you can keep on for a little while. This, it won't. If I picked it up, it would have fell. So I did that, and then I used my little edger, and that's yellow. I don't know what yellow it is. And then I just use some Mr. Huey's to sprinkle to finish it off. Oh yeah, and I also use some Studio Calco stars, which I don't believe I showed putting them on. I think I added those after. So here you can see the close-ups of them, and I really just love all the little details. So I hope you guys enjoy watching my videos, and thank you guys for subscribing and leaving me some great comments. I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy making these videos and sharing everything with you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!